American panel. He is a Democratic strategist who has worked with New York Senator Chuck Schumer. He has my sympathy. Chris Hahn is here. He was the political White House director under President George W. Bush. Matt Schlapp is back. And she is the co-host of the MTV show America's Best Dance Crew and also the host of the World Poker Tour. Layla Kaylee is back with us. And you want to start in? You were starting in the green room already. Last time you said, I thought you'd never invite me back. Why did you think I wouldn't invite you back?
It's all fun and games. You know,
it's not all funny. I take this seriously.
I take this seriously too, but we can disagree and still be friends.
You're not like an environmental extremist. You're not against drilling for oil in...
There you go, starting trouble from the get-go.
Well, I'm asking, do you support, because now there is, for example, a majority of Americans still favor offshore drilling in spite of what happened in the Gulf.
When you say most of Americans, I'm just curious, what's this poll based on? How many people?
Well, 900 registered voters, 60 to 33, 60%.
Yeah, but that's not most of Americans now. Come on,
Sean.
Well,
polling data, it's
less than there were a couple of weeks ago. I mean, a couple of weeks ago, 70% of Americans were in favor of offshore drilling.
That was a Fox News poll. Well, but look, here's the bottom line. It is the lifeblood of capitalism. It is the lifeblood of every economy in the world. We need oil. We've got oil in Anwar. Liberals say we can't drill in Anwar. We can't build nuclear facilities. We can't build refineries. We can't expand coal mining. We can't tap oil shale.
Okay, you speak of the economy, but what do you think is going to happen to the economy along the coastline right now when this oil, if it happens, and it's going to get hurt, and there are people, they're already cancelling their trips to Florida.
Do you drive a car?
Do you
put oil in your engine?
Yes, but...
Do you put gas in your tank?
Of course, everyone does.
Do you heat your home?
That's a silly thing to say because we all get oil, right? But however, you're saying, offshore drilling, but it's going to affect the economy of these people in Louisiana and Florida. They're losing their jobs.
Either we support drilling or we don't support drilling.
That's right. If we don't drill here, we have to import more from other countries, and that's a fundamental fact. And if we don't drill here, we face a supply problem that will make the price of gasoline go higher and higher. We're right on the corner of driving season. Memorial Day's around the corner.
The price is going to spike. Energy. Why does it have to be oil?
I don't think it's as black as white.
Because it's the cheapest form of energy we got.
What do you say?
I don't think it's as black and white as saying if you support it, you either support it or you don't. I would say I support it if we could do it more safely. I mean, we have to find safer ways to do it.
It's not safe because we pull out millions and millions of barrels of oil a day. Wait a minute. With a history of very few accidents, if you look at it over the long term, things are going to happen. Sadly, airplanes will crash. Sadly, car accidents do happen. We still drive cars. We still get in airplanes. There are going to be oil problems. But
it's okay if 30,000 people in Ecuador, their children are getting leukemia and they are... Sorry to interrupt you. I know, I'm sorry. We're getting
passionate. Are you willing to ride your bike? Listen, I'll follow Harrison Ford's lead. You walk everywhere, I'll walk everywhere. You going to give up getting on airplanes?
I'm all for oil, like he said, if it's safe. However, you're saying, who cares if once in a while there's an accident? When there's an accident, it's a catastrophic accident, like the thing that happened with
the only way you can prevent 100% from oil from leaking is if you don't drill for oil. Now, we could drill for it in the wilderness in Anwar, but liberals like yourself won't let us do that.
We want to make things...
Yes, because of what happened in Valdez in Ecuador, and that's still the case.
We want to make things in this country. We're dependent on foreign countries for our energy. We should be as less dependent on that as possible. And the fact is, if we don't drill here and we don't have greater supply, the American family who is hurting enough is going to pay more for their energy, and they shouldn't have to do that.
I agree with you. They shouldn't.
Mitigated the disaster in the Gulf that were precautions that were not taking place. We have to make sure that safety is put over profits.
If we
do that, I think we could come to
do you support building nuclear facilities in the U.S.?
I absolutely do.
You do. I do, too. But you know what? Liberal environmentalists and liberal Democrats have prevented that from happening in the U.S. France gets 75 to 80% of their power that way. Do you support expanding coal mining?
I think that we need to find a different fuel other than coal in this country at this point.
Do you support building refineries?
I think that we should do it safely and cleanly. And if we do it and we make sure that we put the environment and safety first.
I hate it when you do that, when you're like liberal MTV and you put this title on me when it's much more complicated than black and white.
You can't handle the truth. Do you support nuclear?
You can't handle the truth. I have a question to you. Fox News. You guys
Forget
had.
Fox News. I'm asking.
You guys had.
You get your own show and you ask me questions.
Wait, Vets for Vito wanted to run an ad so we don't take oil, outside into foreign, get it from the Middle East, and you guys didn't run the ad. So I'm just a bit confused.
I don't even know what the heck you're talking about. Here's my question. Do you support building nuclear facilities?
I support anything that doesn't
It's yes or no?
No, it's not yes or no.
Yes.
Are you never attracted to other women, but you're married?
No.
Get out of here.
That's
I don't
true.
believe
We should move on to the next topic.
Okay.
Yeah, well.
It's a yes or no.
No,
it's a yes or no.
I gave you a no. I gave you a quick answer.
But I don't
no
believe
equivocation
you.
whatsoever.
Come on.
Listen,
Right.
don't project the lust in your heart onto me. I
I'm
know
sorry,
about
Sugar,
coal.
That's what Queen Victoria used to power her fuel. Let's get off the coal.
Yeah, right. We gotta take a break. A lot more to get to as we continue with our great American panel. And we continue now with our great American panel. All right, here's my new hero. Joan Rivers goes absolutely nuts on President Obama. I think you may enjoy this. Roll the tape.
In terms of government, what we're seeing now is this share the wealth philosophy, this redistribution of wealth.
Yeah, really thrilled about that. Go yourself.
Yes, actually, I was.
Can I be any clearer?
Well, hey, go.
I worked all my life. No one has given me a penny. I have paid every tax, the whole thing, and I pay my way. And I don't want to give money to a third generation welfare family. Sorry. Go out and go to work.
Nearly half American households don't pay income taxes.
That's right.
Right? And half do. And when you look at the polls, half are happy with the tax system and half are not. So you can figure out who's supportive. Have we mentally conditioned Americans to have a mindset that we want a nanny state? We think the government's going to take care of us cradle to grave, womb to tomb.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think what you're seeing across the country now, after the last presidential election, is a real buyer's remorse for the idea that we need more government spending, we need to bail out people that haven't been able to be successful in the marketplace, and we can tax people, somehow tax our country into prosperity. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, you know, one of the things, look, you're friends with Chuck Schumer. Pretty liberal Democrat. One of the things I'm
He's
most
not too
fearful.
pretty,
One of the things I'm
moderate, but go ahead.
One of the things I'm most fearful of. Every time we look to the government to take away our fear and guarantee our health care, there's no Social Security lockbox. Medicare's going bankrupt. The country's got trillion-dollar deficits as far as the eye can see. Whatever happened to individual responsibility? Work hard, play by the rules, take chances in life, risk and reward. The things our parents and grandparents came to this country for. It's evaporating.
But everything you just said, has been here for time immemorial. This is not a new. Nothing has gotten worse under Obama. Let's be clear. There's been no massive redistribution of wealth. The health care bill that
Are you out of your mind? In New York, 60% of your income, state, local, federal tax, goes to government. 60, and it's going 10% higher next year.
You said there are people that, what happened to being hardworking? There are lots of hardworking Americans in this country that right now there aren't enough jobs for them. It's not that they don't want to work.
And why is that? Because industry is afraid to invest because of the high confiscatory taxation.
Listen, let me tell you about my background. The Obama administration, not to say that he's right in everything.
I delivered newspapers. I scrubbed pots and pans. I waited tables. I tended bar.
You're preaching to the choir.
I did everything in construction imaginable. And you know what? I never thought I had the right to anybody else's money. Ever.
And I'm with you.
That's right. The entrepreneurial spirit is the only thing that's going to get us out of this ditch. Investors are not creating new businesses and new jobs. They don't know what the tax rates are going to be. All the Bush tax cuts are going away. The health care taxes that came on board, all this new banking regulation and all these taxes they're talking about. Investors are scared out of their wits, and they're not doing anything with their money.
I'll give you an example.
People don't want to work, and that is not the case with everyone.
Not with everyone, but with some people, and that's just a fact. If people make choices in life, but when you live in a free society, you get to make.
Not everyone can be an entrepreneur.
Give you an example.
I think everyone can be successful.
I don't think everybody can.
I wish it was like
everybody can be successful. How will we judge success?
Exactly.
Let me give you an example.
That's an idealistic way of looking at
the Clintons
things.
are multi-millionaires, right? Bill Clinton has a brother. His name is Roger. Roger Clinton has a daughter. The daughter apparently is getting food stamps. And I contend that liberals are only generous with other people's money. That's what I contend. Why can't the rich Hillary and rich Bill take care of their niece and send her to college?
They should.
That's what I would do if it was my niece.
Listen,
and you're right.
Nobody could tell somebody what to do with their money.
He's a cheapskate, like Biden.
No, but if it's his family,
and remember, Bill
Clinton
did not come from money. So a lot of times when people don't come from money, they are new to money.
He gets how much per speech? $250,000 a speech. He can't afford to spend $100 grand and send his niece to college. But he'll support every tax increase. He's generous with our money.
Listen,
Defend that, Miss Liberal.
Hey, don't call me honestly, you know what? These mental gymnastics you try and do aren't going to work with me. It's very fun, though, I must say, especially with all the lust I have in my heart for you. I can't control myself. But, you know, I definitely think this is why I love America. I'm an American citizen. This is why I came to this country. I believe in working hard and not taking from someone else. I don't believe in that. However, you're saying right now these people want welfare and handouts. And
they do.
In California, where I live, you know, it's 10% unemployment right now, which is insane.
No, it's actually 12.6%.
Well, then it's gone. I'm sorry, numbers.
All
okay,
right.
it's gone up.
Numbers mean something. But let me ask you this: do you think America's overtaxed or undertaxed?
It depends who you ask.
I'm asking you. I asked you the question.
I think I probably should be taxed more. And there are people that should probably be taxed more than me.
I'll make a deal. We're going to put a special checkbox. What do you agree? Liberals can pay more if they want.
Yeah, no one's preventing them from writing a bigger check.
What you call a tax. There's a lot of regressive taxation in
this
country. Are we over
or under taxed?
I think that we are about right taxed.
All right, that's it. Coming up, ESPN's Rick Riley takes on some of the most outlandish sporting events. That's next. Straight ahead.